Hello Aries, this is your reading for the month of March. I do things a little bit different. I get psychic intuition from the pictures on the cards and I interact with spirit. So it's a bit different from somebody who just reads off the meaning of the card. The deck we're using for this reading is the Mystical Journey Oracle cards. Okay, so let's get started. The first card I have here is Inner Child. Um, hmm. So from the picture, it's looking like a land of chaos. And that's what's coming through for this reading. There's some destruction going on. So like I'm getting the red kind of clouds coming in. There's a bit of red on the ground coming in. I'll hold the card up closer so you can see, hopefully. And so that's telling me there's either there is damage that has been done or is just starting to occur, or is on the horizon, like is going to come. This could be a fire, perhaps. I know you're a fire sign, but this has more to do with the environment around you than for you yourself. So be really careful. Make sure your smoke detector is up to date, like if they've had to change a battery or that it's functioning properly, get that checked. If you have a carbon monoxide detector, get that checked. Be really careful with any kind of flames, with any kind of candles, right? Don't leave them unattended. If you've been having any wiring issues, because there's so many lines here, it could be wiring. If you're having wiring issues in your home, please get that checked. Don't delay, because I would hate for that to start a fire in your home. No, it's not necessarily your home, right? Because this feels like environment. So this could be a fire down the block, or a fire near where you work, or it could be at your workplace. It has a very environmental feeling to this card. So just be careful. Yeah, like make sure all your home is up to date with all the safety standards, with whatever you need to do. Make sure, even something as simple as using the correct voltage of a light bulb, right? Because there's some appliances that they only take a certain voltage, and if you put something in that's not correct, that can cause issues. But it's just better to be cautious, right? Better to be safe than sorry. So even at work, if you've been working at a place for a long time and there hasn't really been any safety drills, or if that's something that your company does, like make sure everything's safe, okay? So you'll be as safe as you can. And if you feel you need to buy supplies or something to have in case, um, like maybe it's a store, or maybe the fire is going to be bigger than just one building. Who knows, right? Yeah, make sure you're in a good place, and there's a real emphasis here on safety of the environment. Okay, so just watch out for that. Like even it could even be a car. Make sure your car's up to date. Watch out for the electrical issues in your car. Okay? Okay, Spirit said to move on. So the next card we have here is Awakening. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm getting like this dark smoke coming, and it's almost like flames coming off. Okay, so yeah. So this could really be a fire for some of you that you, and again, like I said, uh, this card feels as though the fire is going to affect you. However, that's not saying that the fire is going to be your home or your workplace or your vehicle. Make sure you get all the safety stuff taken care of so that if anything starts, you can handle it, right? Like get a fire extinguisher if you have to and learn how to use it. I'm getting sadness here. This feels like your energy. It feels like sadness. So it might even be someone else's home that burns down, or or something in the neighborhood. Like it's going to affect you because of what may happen. I'm really hoping it does not happen, but don't kind of just dismiss it and go, "Oh yeah, it's not going to happen to me." Uh, you better to be safe than sorry. Always better to be safe than sorry, right? But there does seem to be sadness, and it does seem to stem from whatever this damage, whatever this fire is that has occurred. And Spirit saying this could affect different people in different ways, right? Yeah, for some of you, this might be war, fighting, a battle. So it could maybe, like, if the war is not affecting you directly, perhaps in another country, but it might affect someone you know, and so you might get some sad news because of that. But yeah, I'm really sorry, but there's a lot of destruction coming through, and you feeling sad, like your heart's broken, you're feeling sadness because of this. So please try to be as safe as you can, right? Forewarned is forearmed, or however they say that, right? Knowing that this is a possibility that might happen, you can prepare for it ahead of time. I know I get psychic stuff that can be negative, and it used to really upset me. But I've learned that no, that it's a warning, and it's helping me to understand. Okay, what do I need to do to deal with this? Or if this happens, how do I react? Okay, so and I have that forewarning. I know it's coming up, and I can prepare for it. So that's what we try to do with the reading, Spirit, and we're trying to help you avoid the negativity as much as possible. Okay, Spirit said move on. So we have self-realization in the next card. So what I'm getting from this actually, and because I was wondering, it's called inner child awakening, now self-realization. So it almost seems as though whatever's going to occur, like it may be very sad and upsetting, destructive, but it makes you go inwards, and um, it's building strength. Like there's all these bridges coming across from one side to the other, okay, and so you're getting more bridges. You're getting stronger. You're learning from this. You're learning what you stand for. You're learning where your priorities lie in life. You're learning what you're not going to allow to happen to you or to others. And you're gaining that inner strength that, you know what, I'm not going to allow all this negativity to continue. And so it's like you're coming into your own type of idea. It just really feels like you're just going to grow very strong, that inner strength, that knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you will and will not allow, and you're going to stand up for yourself and others and say, okay, the buck stops here type of thing. And you've got the strength, and by gaining that strength, I think you'll attract others to you who will join you because they feel the same way. It's like you'll find people with the same sort of attitude, the same, perhaps the same type of personalities, the same beliefs and desires in life, that type of thing. Spirit saying that type of thing. So yeah, I hope that's making sense. Okay, Spirit said move on. So the next card, or the last card we have here, is breaking free. So there's some kind of shadow time that could be coming in the future. This does not feel like May's energy. This feels like beyond May. I don't know how far beyond, and I don't want to even try to guess because Spirit's understanding of time and our understanding time, very, very different. Um, our lives go by very quickly for them. So if they say something's going to happen soon, that could be years and years, because soon for them isn't the same meaning as soon for us. So, but it doesn't feel like May. It feels like the future, beyond May. Okay. There's some sort of shadow happening here. So it's almost like there's more darkness to come, but because I don't know if you can see, sorry, I'll bring it up close. Okay, so we've got half a face here, and then half a face that's kind of missing and in the darkness. Okay, I'm hoping you can see that. And so in the future, right, there'll be this darkness, but it's half of the face. And then the other half is this way, where the face is showing. So from what I get, into the future, some darkness, but past that, so farther in the future, beyond the darkness, you will prevail. Everything's going to be okay. All right. It might not be easy because the dark patch in this reading seems to be wider than the face. Okay, and so it might take longer than you're hoping to get through the dark patch, but you're going to prevail. You're going to get through it, and you'll be affected by it. Okay, but this energy, this darkness, is different than what's in the first two cards. It's something. It's it's slightly different. It's because this feels more sort of localized somehow. And this feels wider, that it has a wider expanse, this darkness. So they may be related, however, they don't seem to be the same thing. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Spirit said wrap it up. So that's it for your reading. I really hope you'll get through this. You know, my hope is you'll get through with flying colors. But again, being prepared for this helps you to get through it. If you just pretend, nah, everything's going to be fine, you might be in trouble, right? Okay, so Thank you so much for watching. Please take care.